computer.
Okay. All righty. And welcome, everyone. This is our team meeting, and I want to just put my name in here because I'm not Beth, because there's only one Beth in the whole world, Beth Newberry, and she's the only one.
Judy, stop.
Stop. Sorry.
I am doing the emceeing. You are doing this. Start sharing, please.
Okay. All right, hold on.
I'm eating my dinner, everybody. So,
all right, take it away.
No, press on welcome and then
I got
slideshow.
Take it away, Jen.
all heck is breaking loose upstairs. Okay, welcome everybody to our team meeting. Today is Sunday, March 10th. Thank you for being here. Looking at the people here. Do we have any guests?
Whoops, sorry.
Hit the up button.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Oops, oh, sorry.
Up or down or back or
Okay,
we're just gonna continue on. I'm going to have Beth welcome our new March team members.
Slideshow, Judy.
When I do that, I just get a big screen. Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. So Judy, just press slideshow and wait until Jen tells you to move forward to press anything.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So I just want to give a big welcome to all of our new February team members. I don't have the list. We're just going to welcome everyone who's new to the team. If anybody has sponsored, congratulations on helping to support new team members. We're so proud of you. And I'm going to turn it back over to Jen.
Swallowing. Thank you.
Whoops.
All right, Judy, there we go.
Okay.
So every week we
sorry.
Oh no. All right,
I am just going to interject that one of our leadership trainings is forcing all of the leaders in action to do the technical aspect of this. So this is Judy's first time. She is not comfortable with tech, and this is Judy's first time doing this. So go ahead and press slideshow, but do not press anything else until Jen tells you to move forward.
Got it.
Please move forward a slide one time.
Beep. Just one. There you go.
All right. So every week we have decided that it is time to celebrate a team member that has shown exceptional, my goodness, all heck is breaking loose upstairs. It's really hard for me to concentrate. For working their business and just being exceptional. So we are acknowledging Roxanne today, and Roxanne is with us. I believe I saw her name.
Yes, hi.
Thank
you.
Nice to hear your voice.
Yes. And we picked one of the pictures from conference last time, which was lovely and amazing. But Roxanne has, if I remember our meeting correctly, Beth, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was one of our higher in sales on the team.
So the reason that we chose to celebrate Roxanne this week is because she, well, first of all, she's recently retired from her day job. And she is on track for the trip to Jamaica. Right. And so she's one of the few team members who is on track for the trip to Jamaica. So we just wanted to celebrate and recognize her for being on track in sales for the trip to Jamaica, doing at least 1,600 a month in personal sales since January. So amazing job. Any tips for everyone else on the call, Roxanne?
Oh, okay. Well, let me put my video on since I'm just
we can see you.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I would just say, well, the thing about it is, I feel like I'm just getting started, right? So I have a lot of people that I'm reaching out to, and I'm just really excited and ready for the change, right? So I took a few months off and just kind of, but now I'm really getting into it and I'm getting everything set up. The thing that I'm looking forward to the most is that I have a wellness fair, the Jacksonville Wellness Fest. It's the largest women's wellness festival in Florida that it will
Wow.
be going on in April. So Valerie and Laura will be coming down to visit me here and helping me because it will be my first vendor booth. So I don't know what I'm doing, but they're giving me lots of tips and tricks. So anything that you guys can share with me is also greatly appreciated. So just trying to get my base going now. And so far I've, for the first 2 years really, because now it's like my 2-year anniversary, I was really just focused on my products for my family and then my extended family, right? So that was the focus. And now I finally branched out and started really talking to people about how wonderful the products are. And, I'm just, I actually had my first real official gathering, um, in February, and I did it. And I never have to do the first one again. And I can say I'm so happy I never have to do the first one again because it's done, right? And now it's just good from there. So this month is more focused on getting ready for the wellness event, making sure I have everything ready for that. So won't have that great of sales this month, but for sure in April it's going to be amazing. So I'll be back on track then. So
That's awesome.
well, I was wondering what this special announcement was, and I didn't know it was going to be about me. So thank you.
Well,
Well,
we're so glad you attended this week and that we a little bit, and
Yes.
it's great to see you. We missed you, and we had a great time in Virginia together. So I'm glad you're on.
yes.
Yes, and
And
I'm really excited to get going, right? Like I said, I just needed some time to
Yeah,
figure out who I was again, and now I know, and now I'm even more passionate about this topic. So, and that's gonna help me move forward.
that's amazing. Yeah, passion is the most important thing. And so
Yeah.
if you're passionate and you share that, that's really what matters. And you just need to open your mouth, right? Sometimes
uh-huh.
people forget that. Like you
Yeah,
need to
people,
just open your mouth.
yeah, they don't know. I mean, why isn't she interested in what I'm doing? Because I haven't said anything to her. She has no idea what I'm doing,
Right, right.
just just start and be proud of it. I mean, the products are wonderful products, and so and we're doing a good thing by sharing this message, right? So
Mhm.
nothing should be holding us back from speaking the truth, right? So
Right.
it's a good place to be. So well,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank
I'm so
you.
honored. And Trudy, you
Well,
did a
we're
good
so
job
happy
getting
you
me
were
here.
able to make it on tonight.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
You were the special part of tonight. So
Yeah.
just, yeah, it was great. And I think you bring up a good point too for consultants who maybe haven't had time to really work their business. It's never too late. You know,
Yes.
I think it's really good that you're on and you really spoke about that because some consultants think, well, I haven't worked my business, maybe a couple of years, maybe I don't know, I don't know much, but you prove that it's not so much what you know, it's your passion about sharing
Hmm.
when the
Yeah,
Yeah.
time is right.
I keep saying I'm on this wellness journey, and I keep asking people, "Do you want to come with me on this wellness journey?" Right? I'm learning stuff every day.
Yeah,
I don't know everything, but if you have questions that I'll help you. If I don't know the answer, great. I'm going to find out because that's part of my journey, right?
right.
I, I've never thought of that question. It's a great question. Let me find out,
Yeah,
and it's an opportunity to talk to them again, right? So,
yes.
um,
Yeah,
and
that's actually one of my favorite answers to a question. And that's what I tell new consultants all the time is, oh, wow, that's a great question. I never thought about it. Let me find out for you because it does a few things. The first thing that answer does is it tells them, oh, I don't need to know. She doesn't know everything. I don't need to know everything.
mhm,
The second thing it does is allows you to go find out the answer and then get back to them. So they feel like, oh, wow, A, she doesn't know the answer, so I don't need to know all the answers. And B, she has resources that she can go to find out the answers, and then she's going to get back to me. So if I were a team, I would have resources as well where I could find out the answers and get back to someone.
Yep.
So it's a really, really good thing to say. And actually, one of my mentors when I started building my business, Andrea Caesar, she was kind of always a step ahead of me. We actually hit the platinum rank together, but and she was a really amazing mentor to me when I started my business. And she would actually answer that even if she knew the question, because it's such a good response and it shows those things to people. So even, she'd be at a party and somebody would ask her a question and she would say, that's a really great question. Let me find out the answer and get back to you, because then she would have a reason to reach back out to the person without it being awkward.
Oh, that's a good, that's good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Well,
But seriously, if anyone has any tips on vendor events, I'd be happy to connect with you. It's
Great.
it's going to be pretty large, and it's going to be a great opportunity. I look forward to. I mean,
Good.
no one's in this area, right? So it's not like it's already saturated with consultants.
Right.
So, I mean, I hope to make it saturated with consultants that are on my team. That's, the
Mhm.
goal, right? So
Yeah.
the first is just introducing the product and getting people to enjoy it as much as we all enjoy it, right?
Good.
Yeah.
When is it, Roxanne?
It's on
eh,
April 20th.
Well, I'm having one next Sunday, and it's my first big one. It's the Rhode Island Women's Expo, so I will reach out to you and let you know how it goes. I'm going to be
Yay.
playing those new videos in the back, on my computer as I
Okay.
talk to someone, talk to
Oh,
people
okay.
going by. So,
Okay, perfect. Let me know how that goes.
okay, I will.
Okay. Thank you.
And I hope you'll stay on, Roxanne, because we will be going over the calendar. And on the calendar will be the coaching time. So for those that you sign on or those that are interested in learning more, for you, learning more, coaching is really good to ask those questions.
Okay, perfect.
So stay on and we'll go through that calendar also.
Okay, sounds great. Thank
I
you.
can-
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate hearing from other consultants. It's
Yeah.
one of the things I love about our team and this
Yes.
company. And Judy, thank you for the segue. Can you please go to the next slide?
Yes, I can try that. Okay.
And then click stop
Oh.
sharing for me so
Oh.
that I may share
Oh, yes.
the
Okay.
calendar. Okay. So I am going to actually call on Megan. We'll have a different voice to talk about our calendar. This is Soar to Success.
Okay, so this is for this week, and most of you know how this works, and we all have a little time slot here, not all of us, but if there isn't something here that accommodates you, reach out to one of us and we can try to work around that. We have some social media power hours, regular power hours where we just meet up to work, Mindset Mondays, which is tomorrow at 12 noon, and that is a great way to start off your week. And as you go through the rest of the calendar, I won't go through everything, but there is a coaching call during the week, so that's great for all of us to hop on, especially if you're stuck with something. If you have new people who are on your teams, there is a call tomorrow night at 7, and then a follow-up call at 7 on Tuesday. And I see a third one on Wednesday. Is that correct?
Yes, that's their Q&A if they have any
Their Q&A,
questions. So if
okay.
you have anyone or you yourself have not hit ambassador, those are things for you. You
Awesome.
want to restart your business and want to go through that, you can. And then the Q&A is for you to ask those questions, because sometimes open coaching might be questions that if you're just starting out might be a little bit too far ahead for you and get you a little bit off kilter. So that's what that sort of success Q&A is about. Just, for those that are a little bit earlier on in their business or restarting it. Thank you,
That's
Megan.
great.
I am
Okay.
now going to click over to the Soaring Stars You will notice that this looks exactly the same, except that it just doesn't have that sort of success stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in Circle, whether you're in Soar to Success or the Soaring Stars, our ambassadors and above, our calendar is for all of you. Okay, I am going to stop sharing and give it back to Judy to share. And you're on mute, Judy. And we can
All right.
click
Thank
through.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that. And
No worries.
philanthropy.
And now we're going to toss it over to Michelle to talk about the philanthropy that the team is doing.
Well, as you know, Hearts of Hope is our philanthropy cause, and it was started by one of our owners, Mary Julick, and she started it because she saw a need for the families of the sick child, and all the funds go to the families, whatever they need, whether it's mortgage payments, rent payments, utility payments, any travel costs. So it's a great foundation. And as consultants, we have a chance to donate some extra money each month. We want to give Mary a big surprise check of over $1,000 at conference this year. So we are focusing on donating $1 for every order that we had in the previous month. So in February, if you had 10 orders, you would donate $10. But this is totally voluntary. You can give a flat donation or just give whatever you feel comfortable with. But our goal is to give, Mary a big check and to donate, which I put in both chats. My Venmo is at Michelle-Santamaria-89555. And then just let me know which month that you are donating for. So far, from July through January, or some February, Kim Chartier, $74. Lisa Grenier, $16. Beth Newberry, $282. Jen Pacelli, $59. Judy Rosati, $60. Myself, $39. Megan Very, $70, which totals $600. So we're over the amount that we gave her last year already, and it's only March. So we are really looking for some donations. If you would like to give, we would really appreciate it. So thank you.
I was just thinking, I wonder if you're like me and forget, I wonder if we can on Venmo set an automatic payment to Michelle for a set amount, because I keep forgetting. Judy, stop sharing and restart if you need to.
I actually do it. I actually do it like when Michelle pulls up the previous month for the first meeting of the month, I'm like, oh shoot. And then I'll go through while she's talking and look at my sales for the previous month and just quick Venmo her. So that's
Right.
also a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Just in my
Yes, we've only had 2 donations for February, mine and Beth. So if you'd like to donate for your February orders, that would be great.
Or
We'll
like you said, Michelle, also, I mean, that's
Whatever.
the way some of us are choosing to do it. But obviously,
Right.
just, whatever you want to give is great. It can be a flat donation or, it doesn't have to be per month if you don't want, whatever works for you.
Yeah, honestly, we have a large team, and even $5, makes a difference, because if we all put in a little bit, it'll be a great boost to their organization. Okay, so actually, I think Michelle gave me this idea, but Judy and I talked about it and we really love it. So Judy, do you want to talk about where do you find it?
Yes. So this week, in the last corporate email, there were about 7 or 8 what's new about Pure Haven, why Pure Haven. And if you go into your email and you find the corporate section, you will find you have to kind of go down to the end of the email, but they are all there. So
It's also in PHE Team
and
Tools.
PHE Team Tools, yes. Thank
So
you.
you can find it there, and there it's I'm trying to, let me look, because I was just over there
They're
a few
short
minutes
videos too.
ago.
They're not, you know,
They
they're not.
are, they're
Yeah.
not, it's not too long.
Mhm.
But if you go to PHE Team Tools and you click on quick links, it's at the very bottom and it's called What Sets Pure Haven Apart. So if you click on that quick links, it's going to pull up a long list and it's the very last one. And there's a bunch of videos there and they're numbered. So I think that will be helpful for you.
Yes.
And I think they have it all in one video as well. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's good to know. All right. I
Yes,
will.
that's what I'm gonna be posting. I'm gonna have running at my vendor event is all those videos and they'll just keep going over and over.
Good.
Yeah,
Um,
I was unable to get on the call, so I was glad to get them through email. So, and then we kind of Judy and I were brainstorming and we're like, ooh, let's do this for this and that. Because that clear up set is part of a special going on. So, yeah, anyway, Judy, go ahead.
Oh, all right. So, so we thought we would talk about using both of those or combining both of those. And the reason I say that is I had a couple of customers who wanted to know their young daughters are using the skincare, but as they go through puberty and things like that, they wanted to know about using the clear up along with that. So I thought we would do breakout rooms or maybe talk about that here. And I have no idea how to do
Yeah,
breakout
how many do we
rooms.
have on? We have 9 on. We could probably do breakout rooms.
Okay, so I'm not sure
I think
how.
it would be great practice for Judy to do this, so bear
Ugh,
with her.
Okay,
Stop sharing, Judy, and let's see.
okay, all right. So, okay, so give me one moment.
No, it's fine. So we're gonna,
and
while she's trying to figure that out, what we want to do
oh,
is
breakout rooms.
when
Okay,
you're in
I
your
have that.
breakout room. Okay, good. So breakout room 1, do the refresh line, and breakout room 2, talk about the clear up line. And as soon as she presses that over there, we will separate. And
Okay. Okay.
Judy, just so you know, since you are, I think you're host, you might not get a room. Just be aware of that.
Oh, I can go in. Okay, that's fine. All right,
You can go back and forth.
all right, I'm gonna hit breakout rooms now, okay?
Perfect.
All righty. Okay, here
We'll
goes.
do it for, I don't know, it's 5, 10, 7 minutes. I don't know. how long.
7. How about 7?
Okay, sure thing.
All right.
Which room is doing what?
1 is refresh, 2 is clear up.
Assign automatically. I don't know. Create.
And Kim, can you
2.
take notes
Yep.
for us, please, so we can post it? Thank you.
Okay.
She did it because I got a button. Everybody press your button. Oh, Judy's popping in. We better watch what we say now.
I don't know how to stop them, but if somebody can give me a.
No, that's
Why
fine.
don't you just start a timer on your own, like on
I
your
did.
phone? Or
I have a
Perfect.
timer. Okay.
Yeah, then there's probably a way for you to stop
Okay.
it. So,
So I have been using the refresh line for 9.5 years. And
Wow.
people have told me how wonderful my skin looks. And I am 66 years old. And sometimes I break out after I have sugar, but my skin feels like a baby's butt. It's,
yep.
you can't you can't even imagine. I don't wear makeup. Once in a while I'll wear the skin tint and some blush and eye makeup, but I don't really wear makeup. And people are just amazed at how good my skin looks. And it's funny because one time, because sometimes I don't wash my face twice a day, but I did do it for 2 weeks. And they noticed that the wrinkle, I have this one wrinkle right here, and that disappeared a little bit more since I used it twice a day. And, I do have a little bit of crow's feet, but our Refresh line is revolutionary reverse aging. And my
Not
crow's
reverse, isn't it
feet,
anti?
The preservative be, oh, what was, oh, so
Only me.
having the natural preservative there is important for me to share.
Yeah, I think also the other thing that I would say is there's so many, what I've been hearing a lot of lately is because girls in particular are getting on social media at younger ages, they're wanting to go to like Sephora and Ulta and buy skincare and makeup at a much younger age than they have in the past. So, this would be a good line for younger girls to use that's A, safe, and B, if they're experimenting with makeup, it may wreak a little bit of havoc on their skin. And so having something that's going to help soothe their skin when they may be getting breakouts is probably a good.
But have you seen a couple of weeks ago, Facebook was blowing up with Sephora came out with kids line?
Yeah.
Like that would be a good tie-in for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What line was that? I didn't get that, Steph.
Sephora came out with a kids line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's been some, also some posts from pediatricians concerned about young girls using different makeups, and the interaction of those different makeups on their microbiome, on their skin. So, what I'm telling moms that have young girls is at least get their skin clean before they start
Yeah.
putting, know that their skin is clean before they start putting mascara, and blush and eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I think the Clear Up line really is very handy for that because it's only 3 pieces. So
Right. So it's
yeah,
easy for them to do.
yeah, yes. Okay, carry on.
That might
We're back.
Okay. Oops, I know I can't minimize. I'm sorry. So how did room one, who is going to be the spokesperson for room one?
We had the refresh set, and so we're talking about all the positive points to this, correct?
Yes.
And let's see, we'll start. So Michelle had a lot to say, and if you haven't met Michelle in person, first of all, she does not look her age, and second of all, she really does have beautiful skin. And she's been using this set for almost 10 years, and she will say that the crow's feet around her eyes have lessened, and that it's truly a revolutionary reverse aging product. And she gets many, many compliments on her skin, and she does not wear makeup. And I think that was it for Michelle. Yeah, you really don't wear makeup, but she does use it consistently twice a day. And with Jen, let's see, Jen was talking about having some skin issues around her eyes. And when
Jen is really 90 years old.
Jen is, yes, she's actually 99. And she was using the eye cream, and she said that she could feel it working to calm the issue around her eye. So that was amazing. It was hydrating, but it also helped her, the inflammation
Within
she had.
minutes, literally within minutes.
Amazing. Amazing. And this is what people say. Some people can really feel this happening, and some people see a difference within a matter of minutes. So this is an excellent point. And there is no stripping with these products. It won't strip the oil on your face. It's a very gentle set. The pre and probiotics feed and balance your skin. And these are all great points. So this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful set for all skin types.
Yes. And how about room two?
Okay, that's me. So we had the clear up set. We said it's perfect for blemish prone and or oily skin. It's got a nice light cucumber scent. It's a good choice if you have sensitivity to any of the ingredients in the refresh set. So we did talk about Judy, that you use the clear up instead. It's got a great natural preservative. We talked about how girls are using products at a younger age due to social media, so it's a great clean option for them. It's good for all skin types. The cleanser, and then the serum, it lists on our site that it's great for spot treatments like on your chest or your back. And I think that's it. We did talk about that Sephora just came out with a kids line, so this would be a great way to share so that the ingredients are safe. And it's on sale this week.
And it's on sale. That's the best part, right?
Yes.
That's right. Let all your moms know who have young guys and girls. Yeah. Anything else? And that
We didn't talk about this during the breakout, but since Judy said it, one of the things that I've gotten a lot through my career with Pure Haven is moms will say to me, my son is breaking out. He won't use like a big whole system like our refresh system. So it is nice that this clear up line is only 3 pieces, and it's super easy even for boys. For those of you who have boys, they're tough. Like they're tough with until there's like somebody that they're interested in. They don't care about any of that. So, I think just saying it's only 3 pieces, it's really easy, is nice, because just leave the cleanser in the shower. So face, and then they spritz with the toner and put on some of the serum afterwards.
Excellent.
My girls actually love the toner. They'll just use the toner. And my girls are 11 and 9.
It's really nice.
So,
yeah.
But I literally switched back to the clear up line when I'm on my period, and it helps so much with my complexion. Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. This is just, I love when we do this. It helps me out.
Yes, it does. We always learn something.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
you can head off to the next slide, Judy.
Okay.
And I'm going to now bump it back over to Kim. We talked earlier, well, we texted back and forth earlier about a topic, so she's going to share that with us all.
Okay, so each week we pick one of the 5 qualities of a leader, and we are going to focus on vision tonight. So I have my little blurb here. I'm going to go through. We want to talk about regularly revisiting and refining your vision for your business. So businesses are dynamic, and your vision may need to evolve over time. So consider new insights, market trends, and changes in business realities. What's working for you now, or what might you need to tweak? So just because you've created some type of a goal or vision for the year for your business doesn't mean that it's set in stone. You want to constantly be coming back to it to see if you're still on that path, or maybe you need to change it a little bit depending on what's going on with your business. So we just want to make sure that people are aware of that. Like, just because you said you were going to do one specific thing, maybe you've already hit where you want it to be, or you've gone beyond that and you want to continue. So definitely take a look at what that vision is.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Great insights. And
And-
we are at the new book.
Yep, so we have switched over to a new book, and it is called The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. And I believe we're gonna switch this back over to either Beth or Michelle, whoever wants to run this talk.
I'll kick us off. So we were actually at New Hampshire when I was last reading. I think I told all of the leaders in action, you need to read this book. It is so good. And so when we were kind of thinking about our next book, I thought, you know what? I want to go back to this. And I learned about this. I think I must have, it's one of those books where, you know, when you're like, you keep hearing about something and you're like, okay, I get the hint, like, universe, got it. Like, I need to read this because I kept hearing about it. And it was, you know, it would be people that were like thought leaders, or I remember I was at the South Shore Women's Conference and there was this woman that was amazing who was doing a presentation, and they asked her like what her favorite book was or what book she thought everybody should read. And this was the book. And like, it was one of those books where I just kept hearing about it and it totally lives up. So one of the things that I love about it, especially if you're reading the Audible version, is that Shonda Rhimes actually reads it. So if you're one of those people who likes listening to audio while you're reading a book, sometimes people like doing both at the same time. One of the things that I love about the audio version, and I was telling the women this earlier, is that there's a couple of speeches that she gives where the speeches are written into the book, and you actually hear, you know, the footage of the speeches that she gave, so you can hear the audience's reactions too, which is really cool. So just to lay the premise out of what this book is about, and for those of you who read chapter 1, which was called No, Shonda Rhimes created Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, Bridgerton. Like, she's just a whirlwind. She's amazing. But she was with her older sister, and her older sister said, you know, it was Thanksgiving and her older sister was preparing Thanksgiving dinner. And all we're up to right now, I won't give any more away than this, but I'm sure we've all probably had the experience of trying to impress somebody who we look up to, and, you know, sort of bragging to them about things, and then they can totally stop you in your tracks by saying something. And what her sister said to her was, she was telling her older sister, like, I got invited to this and I got invited to that. And her older sister said, well, are you doing any of those things? And she said, well, no. And she kind of scoffed at her older sister. And her older sister said something like, you always say no.
No,
And
she said 6 words. You never say yes to anything.
you never say yes to anything. So that kind of stopped Shonda in her tracks. And so that's sort of where we are going into this book. She talks a little bit about who she is as a person and what she talks about how she has always made up stories. And so, that she didn't realize that she could get paid to make up stories. And so she it was thrilled when she figured out that she could, get paid to make up stories. So this is not, this is, as she says, she makes up stories for a living, but she tries to write this book from a place of just remembering how this went and not embellishing. So it's a really great book. So I'd love to hear what everybody else thought so far.
I was so taken by it and by the way that she wrote it that I was almost going on to the next chapter because it was so interested. I mean, I just kept reading and reading, and I'm like, oh geez, that's the next chapter. I gotta stop. And I just, it doesn't give much, just except a little bit about one day in her life, but it was really important because she was the youngest out of her siblings, and they didn't care about her job. They didn't care about her status. They didn't care about anything. They just saw her as the young kid who threw up and then fell in her throw up. I mean, it was so funny, but yeah, it's an extremely easy read, and I just really enjoyed it.
Anyone else?
I said earlier, it's like a conversation. It's like she's just sitting down and she's having a conversation with you. So it definitely makes it an easy read. And she's funny. Like the way she describes things. When she's asked to write the book, she says it's like she made a decision to stand up on a table and show people that she wasn't wearing underwear. Like it's shocking and scary, but she's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, that was such a great line when she talks about, how she feels like she has to, she's bearing her soul because she's so used to writing about making up these other wonderful characters and writing about their lives. So it is really neat to hear her talk about that too.
And just in case people don't know, because actually have never watched any of her shows, I guess.
You
Grey's
never
Anatomy,
watched an episode of Grey's?
Grey's Anatomy, Private Practice, Scandal. Yeah. So she's behind those, in case anyone's wondering what we're all talking
And
about.
Bridgerton. Don't forget Bridgerton. I love me some Bridgerton.
I have no idea. Nope, no idea. But so next week we'll be talking about chapter 2. So make sure you get it. If you don't have it already, Audible, get over to Barnes and Noble. I don't care. Your library. We'll be talking about chapter 2, entitled Maybe. And I think that's it, Judy, right? Yes. So
Thanks for
thank
joining
you,
us.
everybody, for joining Judy and I on this lovely evening of the 10th.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you to Judy for doing something that scared her. So this whole book is and getting out of your comfort zone and and really like embracing that. And it's something that everybody has to do. I'm actually reading for my book club. I'm reading The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green, and it's a series of essays that he wrote. For those of you who are not familiar with John Green, he's a young adult author. He wrote the book The Fault in Our Stars, which you may have heard of because it was turned into a movie. He also wrote Looking for Alaska and several other books, but he does, each chapter is a little essay on a different thing. And one of the mortification, and he talks about, how he replays like all of these things that were embarrassing mind every night before he goes to sleep, like these horrible things that happen to him. And he shares like some of the things. So in the book that he like will think about and just be like, and we all do that, right? Like we all have things
Okay.
terrifying to us or that we embarrass ourselves. And that's the thing to remember is that we all get embarrassed and we all do things outside of our comfort zone. And the more you get outside of your comfort zone and stretch yourself, the better you're going to do. Like it's scary, but just sort of embrace the fear. And Robbins, who talks about how fear and excitement are sort of that your body reacts the same way to both of them. So if you can tell yourself when something's scary that it's exciting, you're able to do it a little bit more easily. So I think, I love one of the reasons that I love this book so much is not only her journey of self-discovery and sort of prioritizing and stepping out of her comfort zone, but also the fact that she's just so real about what scares her. And it makes it so relatable because we all have those things. And the thing that separates us from Shonda Rhimes is just that she says yes and does it anyway, right? So if you're not saying yes and doing it anyway, then you're going to stall and you're going to get stuck and you're going to make up excuses and you'll be in the same place over and over again.
So shall we end? I'm going to stop the recording and Leaders in Actions will stay on. And I will post this. That's going to be another interesting event in my
So
life.
you will be able to do it. No,
Oh,
we will all
okay.
help